What happened to accountability that is supposed to reside with and among our representatives we expect to maintain our freedoms, our sovereignty, no matter the circumstances? Rhetorical. They have sold out their constituents. California, in my opinion, is at the apex of this continued cancerous coup d'etat. And today, I find it increasingly difficult to speak about policies when everything is falling on complicit and willful deaf ears. It is time to clean out and rid our state of corrupt government officials permanently. A newly elected governor who stands on principle cannot negotiate with the current status quo. They are the reasoning why we are here in the first place. A newly elected governor who affirms accountability cannot negotiate with the deviant authorities they would kill to hide their perversions. I know what it means to swear that oath of obligation. I know what it means to hold true to that obligation. I have proven myself to the people of my country by honoring that oath of obligation. Because I love freedom, sovereignty, and America, I've been demonized and called a terrorist. Well, then let me add insult to injury. I am that candidate who no longer cares to tell you what you want to hear, but what you need to hear. I am not running for California governor to support people's sensitive nature, but to offend the complicity of your delicate essence. As a new governor of California, there will be no negotiations with the vile, the reprobates, the perverse, and the pedophiles hiding within the walls of our government. You know the government has become the enemy of the people when government uses lies, not truth. They use fear instead of education, secrecy instead of transparency, intimidation instead of encouragement, oppression instead of freedom, censorship instead of open discourse, confusion instead of certainty, subjugation instead of restitution, and they will confound what is already laid out before us in the United States Constitution. An unprincipled government can never prosper if the consent of the governed simply say no. The seat of the governor should never be sought to rule, but to serve. Never for selfishness, but for selflessness. Never to oppress, but to free. Never for prestige, but to edify the common. Never for power, but to bring balance. And never for wealth, but to augment the meek. And never for idolization, but to recognize the humble. The corrupt in our government want to keep the people divided by the faction of party or the national heritage your background stems from. You are but one thing, and that is you are an American, beautiful and free. Remember that. It is time to starve the government and feed the people. My name is Daniel Mercuri, and God willing, I will be your next California governor.